Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's thinking like my Asian just stacked the Asian pie, chop it back.
Great and welcome forward, welcome back. We're just coming in Texas. Hey guys, yeah, it's happy back. Yeah, I kind of looking at the open side. Story. Crazy about what it's actually completely offsetting what looked to be what was going to be a sell off. So I would like to get saw Friday, Monday opens up. We trade that entire week. I'm looking to play the continuation. I'm looking for upside today. Yeah, ranging from new assets to some speed we can take. Good stuff. That's a lot more. Trade in the house. Let's go time. What's up? Low of that age, 2006. Curious to see how we respond from still. We are in the middle of the middle right now. We'll see what comes range. All right, we have about less than 60 seconds before the open. Let's take a look at some of those prices here. The NASDAQ 23,348 last trade there. Yes, 6, gold was higher here at 34. Before crude oil saw that. I guess that's right. Now, all let's trade $36 at $5.59. On any level that he price interest or rated. Not looking for much, right? Because I'm really just playing it off the movement on the daily, so pretty limited. Honestly, if you just got understood overnight lows, we have levels in more here on you around 250s, and I really would want to see it hit that low. Okay, Ross, prices you're looking at, we got 600 left, outside the I got 666 off 600 times. Let's guys stay locked in. First couple of minutes here.
Yeah, I'm already in the trade. I like this level we called up to the top of the 6. It's right at W. I'd like to see us swing this. Yeah, I've been in since about 15 minutes before the break.
Oh, that's fine. What is your position?
I just took a first take profit on ABS, and I've got
Short.
Not right now. I want to see this 58, so I just want to go back to
Ross, the lot, can't update that question long from common times. Ross, the head change when it's driving straight. 6 feet. It got really bright. You'll different left is more back to 300 past that. Real clean. Yeah, I would say break it 300. It would start from the Starts to identify that line, and we start building points downside and exhausted. Then I'll look at the bar. Well, you know, what's obviously a bullet button. How would you identify weakness? Pretty much the range tightening up, the range that you can start to tighten up bodies of inside the frame, some whips to the downside, showing that's another thing coming soft to the downside. And then after that, you see probably it's like but yeah, out of the yoga, not which I don't really trade the yoga, so this is not the biggest business.
Or here, a quick one with the schedule. We got a number here in about 13 minutes. We got US S&P serves PMI. We got US ISM serves US. Both serves PMI numbers coming out 25 after the top of the hour. It goes out of the way. We'll go to the schedule just a little bit more. Ross, my apologies. What is your position for time, my friend? You're long 2 MPS. What price?
Yeah, I'm on 2 from 63.25.
63.25. Really? Too long for that.
63 and a quarter.
Too long.
So that was
3/4. My bad.
63. Yeah, 63.
Hey, you. On 2 MPS. 63.05. Gold is pushing up the new highs there. 34.29. Just printed. Higher very strong in the gold. Look at the ladder. So got that 611 up at 63.63. BES 50 on the tilt. Yes, leaderboard traders got a leaderboard here. Faced off with the team front, Topstep, TV. Ooh, that. Hold on, get there. Was that all we're looking at today? We gotta.
See, just tap those overnight sell at 300. That's the range.
Also,
look at a little bit.
Nope. Actual megaphone here. You get 1 hour past that. That'll give a nice series of higher highs. So a series of lower lows.
Get the YM Michigan.
We sure do. Ross, what other markets are you trading ES, micro ES? What other markets are you looking at coincide with trading ES? We're watching NASDAQ, we're watching the YM. So YM is pushing here. NASDAQ, ES aren't the same. So what else are we watching for us?
Yeah, that's basically it. The ES is most of the trade. I'm looking for some correlation with the Q and YM. Sometimes we'll see YM lead the way if ES and Q are converging.
We'll see where that so much higher. 34.30 last trade in gold. Number of 11 minutes. 59. So 59 quarter in ES. Bull right now. Pushing higher. Now pushing higher here. Huge day score for us on Topstep TV. That number in 11 minutes. Here. We might consider Tesla's hundreds here. Right, we'll keep an eye on that. Keep that whole on that too. Well, big run on this last 300s. That was the number yesterday too. Dolby time. 100-point range. 100-point megaphone. 100 or 400. With the megaphone pattern, right? Higher highs, lower lows, right? So it's expanding. Why? How do you play that? It keeps expanding. Ranges get wider and wider. So now how do you go from we identify now with well, if you do identify a megaphone pattern, or looking to what's the more sell exact possibilities people do it about to this downside. People we not wrong let's read. But if you have say like big right on the trend fund as we go through a round down on that, so that's 30 kind of but into lower lows, maybe on a certain date Western State, obviously since one time right now, obviously the trading and you can also use other levels. That's how long that and my low this morning on the upside, trade without one here, you got to set it back. Oh, she's the six back in first house. Work on happening. So that's keeping my eyes get busted, works the busted, that's 7 lines. I've been going on much more like I would say it's so y'all. Yes. Goal for the question. Goal. So the opening bell here or goal is up about 7 plus. See the lot here, the back right from 5 from 6 from 9 start. Oh, big 1,000. All right, 4. 6 go down here. So far, fire. Full job, 10%. On well. The tab line. A little bit weaker with this number 8 minutes. Oh, still pushing up on 9 bucks. The last 7 minutes, that should open by thing. Dude, lost it. Just 600 left. That's left. For one side. 66 on this. Well, look, let's start out on the desk. So I'm on the 937 or over the or triple bar, right?
I like the ranges that's
Boom. Picked up on good. Let's see if I can get the.
see some resting orders and that's it.
Big push to the Blu-ray. Still not pull up on $10. $16 session. On $10 $16 last week for session.
Buyer set back in the NASDAQ as well. They did a great job defending those 300s. Let's trade 23,360 number in 7 minutes. Upper left-hand corner. Hashtag fast markets. Hashtag power hour. Hit us up at Topstep TV on the X. We got some live funded traders coming and show some love for these guys who are doing this in front of thousands all across the world. Let's see some cool trader station setups. Let's see pictures of more commercial airline cockpits. That was really cool. And hashtag power hour. Yeah, someone took a picture of they're watching Topstep TV question mark in a cockpit of a
Nice.
commercial airline. Yeah,
That is crazy.
Yep, hit us up there. And hashtag power hour at Topstep TV. We'll turn around all those sweet submissions in power hour. Many more hours to come, but we have a number here in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Ross, what is your upside target? You are along from 63.63. We got number 5 minutes, and you're in the money right now. How do you manage this trade, Ross, going into a number? 76% long.
Yeah.
NASDAQ, by the way.
So I trimmed at the first deviation VWAP that 63, 67, 50, right when we were absorbing, or that's right at VWAP. So I trimmed right about there, and then I've just got an upside looking for the London Asia highs up here. I'll just continue to trail with the lot that I have left until we either hit that or stop out. So I'm break even and green on the day now.
Love it. That was a lot.
So it's time
nice
for a breakfast burrito.
Time for a breakfast burrito. But look at this, Ross. We got 1,000 lot up at 63.71. Already hungry for some breakfast. Eating ticks, eating breakfast. We got 63.71 offered 1,000 times upside. Remember that 600 lot was filled at 63.66. We got 1,000 lot to the upside on the ES ladder with 5 minutes to go. Shout out to Hogue, locked in over there. Yes, we got some exciting news.
Number I'm seeing. We're seeing about 400 lots at 6,400 all the way up there as well. That could be a midday or end of day target.
Yes, okay. 4 points to go for that 1,000 lot to the upside. One is locked in right now. Love it. Gold still not done. Gold is making new highs on the day. 34.34. Last trade there. You got 74% long in the NASDAQ as we trade 23,357. They're gonna go get this 1,000 lot, aren't they? Size, baby. Size is trading right now. Anything on the NASDAQ ladder? I'm not seeing much.
Not
100
close
lots
to
to the downside.
1,000. Not close to 1,000. ES has
No,
been
no.
awesome recently.
Size, man. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's take a look at some of the. Let's take a look. I saw the president was on CNBC going after Powell again. Not much reaction. Yeah, not much reaction from the markets on that. Take a look at the 10-year yield.
This morning.
4.22. Yes, he was 4.22%. So not a whole lot of change there. We are pricing in like an 80% probability of a Fed rate cut, 25 basis point rate cut in September. We obviously got about 2 months to go for that. But it does look like a rate cut is definitely on the table, if not more. 76% long on the NASDAQ tilt right now.
Yeah, seeing 1,000 lot on the 70, 71 and a half, right around there.
What do you do
just
with
popped onto the book.
Yeah, when you see that, Ross, what do you make of it? Obviously, not necessarily it's always going to get filled. It's just something to be cognizant of. What have you been finding?
Yeah,
when you see something like
I
that?
think
How does the
just-
market trade to it or around it?
I think just that, it's just in my mind, it's not a reason for a trade. It's, an area that, we want to watch, that we want to see the reaction from. And if we start, if we have a setup that starts going that direction, then that's a potential target. That's where they're heading.
Like that. Okay, potential target here. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes till some numbers. Again, those numbers are S&P service PMI final. PMI final. Then we've got another service PMI at the top of the hour. This is the first one. Expected 55.2. Lately, numbers have been coming in line. Yeah, number in 90 seconds. 90 seconds here. Rate of no trades so far. Flat. Like it. Oop, we got you there.
And I hit break even on that runner, but I'll be looking to re-enter if we dip down again here and get it set up back towards these liquidity levels.
Okay, so you're flat then?
Yep.
All right, very good. Flat going into the number. 60 seconds, Dolby time, 60 seconds. Braden, let's talk some if-thens going into this number. If we get another pullback to 300s or so, what do you do with it? You look to get in, or you want to see if we sell through it? Let's get some stops and then see if we can pop back in. Let's do some if-thens before this number hits.
Yeah, if we can get low of day, I'm definitely looking to take a buy. Buyers are holding the structure really well, so even if we take 300 and continue to hold that zone, I'm still long. So just waiting for a pullback.
I can come quickly on a news event in the NASDAQ.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, they call it fast markets for a reason. I usually have more time to react to some of these moves, but yeah, it moves quick out of the bell.
So here we go. 10 seconds till the number. Expected 55.2. Actual is 55.7. I'm sorry, 50 in line, 55.7. Essentially in line. Next number, top of the hour in 15 minutes. So how do you do that, Braden? You're watching, you haven't gotten in the markets just yet. So what are you doing to try and catch up to speed with how this market is moving, the velocity, the volatility? What are you noticing? You've seen that kind of it moves differently. So how do you approach this as you're here on Fast Markets, Braden?
Yeah, you got to approach it in a way where it doesn't feel like you're chasing this thing back up. But at the same time, you have to respect what you're seeing on the charts right now. We're just seeing a really strong push back to the highs of the overnight high, 402. And this thing's not pulling back. But when it does, try to position yourself.
Right.
Maybe put yourself in a situation where you can start to scale into it, start with light risk, and just trail this thing. But this is looking good for a breakthrough high day or the overnight highs. So I'll try to position myself if I can. But yeah, it's fast markets. You got to be able to react quick. If you didn't get it at 300s, you missed it. If you didn't get it at 340s, you missed it. So we'll see.
Like it. Okay. Head on a swivel, they said in chat. Absolutely. They pulled that 1,000 lot. I do believe 1,000 lot no longer there. They broke it up. Yeah.
Oh, we got
seriously.
363 in the NASDAQ, though, and not the micros.
We got
360 at 385.
And we do have a
Almost
3. Yes, nice catch there. Yes, we do.
And 399s as well. So there's some offers to the upside in the NASDAQ.
Yes, we do. We got Sai.
It's just nice seeing the NASDAQ have these big moves come back. It's been kind of sleepy the last, maybe like last week, 2 weeks ago, but finally got some big over 1% moves, 100-point range. This is awesome. There's definitely opportunity now back in these markets.
What was that? Yeah. Now up to 399. 400 offered at 23,000. 399. Are they gonna go test these 400s? We spot them out at 23,303. Now we're gunning for those 404s, which is high of session. Last trade 23,383. Gold pulled back about $4 off those highs. Last trade in gold 34.30. Crude just trading 65.45. And we got a number in top of the hour. Number top of the hour. Oh, announcement. Oh, AK Spren, you're going to like what you hear. Stay tuned. We got an announcement. 45 minutes or so. I think you'll like what you see and what you hear from us at Topstep. Topstep TV. Hogue, when you're good to go, come on in. I want to get your breakdown on this opening range. Can't really know what to make of it. 81% long in the NASDAQ right now. That's 81% long in the NASDAQ as we push higher here. 10 points from the highs. Look at this.
Almost 100 points.
It sure was. 81% long.
Off the rip. Wow.
Damn. 81% long on the NQ tilt right now. As it trades 23,000.
That 600 or 300 got pulled.
Did? Okay.
Yeah. I'm
79.
Not filled. Oh, maybe something got filled at 394s, but I don't think they pulled it.
It was 399. Did not see the Hogue. Good to go, but we have 82% long now on the tilt in the NASDAQ. Heavy long tilt. Last trade 23,392. 392. 1,600 lots on the ES ladder. Man, size is jumping in here. It was slow. Oh, yeah. 1,600 offered at 63.74. Nice catch, chat. We are locked in right now. Hogue, what's up? Welcome aboard. Jumping onto a moving train here, Hogue. What are we thinking about this opening range, man? It looked like they wanted to test the downside, and they just bought it right back up. So what do we make of this?
Yeah. Good morning, Braden. Good morning, Ross. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Dolby. All right. This is the S&Ps. The opening range remains the dead ass low. The NASDAQ did look a couple of points below. However, that was rejected. The first thing we did after opening with the range, with a gap above the regular trading hour session range in the S&P and the NASDAQ, was to close the gap. That gap was closed. We also swept the overnight low. That was also rejected. We also have a late spike at the end of the day in the S&Ps. The base of that late spike, 63.5375. I like longs above that. So with the opening range, the dead ass low in the S&Ps, closing the gap but not accepting it, sweeping the overnight low and rejecting it, I like the longs. I like the continuation of the upside. I firmly believe with high probability that that value will be outright higher or overlapping to higher yesterday's range and value. So I do like the longs. We are seeing a lot of liquidity popping up above the market here in the S&Ps. The market seems to be being attracted to it. We've got another 100. We got another 600 here at 63.74 in the S&Ps. So that overnight low, which was approximately 63.58.5, we swept it, rejected it. Gap close. We did close the gap in the S&Ps. The gap close was to 63.58 half. The current session low, 63.57 half. So we just popped into it, left it. Opening range the dead ass low. I like the longs. Take a look at the NASDAQ. Now, this is a 30-minute chart. Remember that. Mm-hmm. So we did open with a gap. First thing we did was close the gap and reject range from yesterday. We also swept the overnight low. The overnight low in the NASDAQ, 23,312 and a half. Swept that, rejected that as well. I'm looking at this market as a market that I'm trying to buy the effing dip.
Oh.
gotta hold. We find acceptance in the range from we find acceptance in value, which in the NASDAQ is 23,285. And let's just call it 286. We find acceptance below that, then we could pull back a little bit deeper, but I think that's still going to keep value overlapping to higher throughout the day in the NASDAQ. And again, in the S&Ps, I'm really looking for the market to hold the base of the late spike, 63.5375. We get much below that, we come into value acceptance, approximately 63.52 value high from yesterday. Acceptance below that level could bring us all the way back down to 63.33 and a quarter. But with the nuances that we're seeing so far, again, opening with a gap, closing the gap, rejecting, taking a look at the overnight low, rejecting that with the base of the late spike in the S&Ps. To me, the nuances are stacked to the upside. This is not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. This is just context. So that's what I'm thinking.
Thank you, Hogue.
You bet.
Well, we saw that 82% long tilt in the NASDAQ. We're trading up around 23,394, paired back off to 66% long. We saw that sold off about 30 points. 30 points in the NASDAQ. Last trade, 23,367. Ross, looking at the ES, last trade, 63.66. You go back to the well one more time. You get long from 63s if you get it, or where do you go from here? Levels, prices?
Yeah, I'll be looking around 63s again potentially. Yeah, I think we're gonna cool off just for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we might see another push up.
Got news coming.
Number in 7 minutes. Yes, number in 7 minutes. First number that came out was in line 45 after. That was S&P Composite. I'm sorry, S&P Services PMI. Then we have ISM Services PMI. That number is expected at 51.5. 51.5. See if that comes in line. We got that 700 lot up at 63.69 in the orders offered there.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm long 78, 10 micros, 23,378. Looking for the breakthrough high day, stop out under 60s, 360s.
Braden, from here on out, don't you ever say, I'm sorry for interrupting. Don't you ever say that to me again. You jump right in. Don't you ever. You are the trader. You are a live funded trader trading over everything. Braden long 10 micro NASDAQ, 23,378. 378. What's your upside target on this trade?
High day. So above 400s.
Okay. Are you looking for just a scalp? Or are you looking for this to really continue to the upside? Since I see you just have a stop in place and not a take profit.
Yeah, I don't use take profits, to be totally honest with you. And maybe it's something that is probably maybe not the best thing, but I do like, I usually have, once again, for this, it's high of day. If this thing blasts through high day and I'm seeing strong bullish candles and strong clean price action continuation, I'm not having to take profit in that situation. This market has a ton of room to the upside, and I'm going to really be exiting based on price action at that point. I don't overdo it and just exit everything based on price action just because before it hits I guess TP1 is always a partial take in most cases. So for me, once this takes 405, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll take off 5 and then I'll hold 5 as a runner and manually kind of close it based on what I'm seeing in the price action. So if I'm seeing strong up close candles, pretty limited retracements to the downside, it looks strong, then I'll continue to hold it and I'm not going to have a physical TP in there.
Is that just like discretion, or do you have something technical you look for to get out of a trade?
No, it's just discretionary price action reading, really.
Okay.
Reading the tape. Nice. All right, well, okay.
Yeah, I like how we're holding this VWAP and POC at 65. So if we absorb that liquidity, the light liquidity that's down to 63, I could see us popping back up, grabbing all of that higher liquidity during the news event.
All right, for those that are saying, okay, so keep in mind, Ross is trading the ES or MES, Braden's trading the MNQ. Okay, so we got NASDAQ and ES traders here. Number 178 on the big board, number 151 on the big board. Number in 4 minutes. Number in 4 minutes. No trades for the house just yet.
Not yet. There will definitely be some, though. I can tell you that.
I got a feeling these guys are locked in right now. We have a pullback here. Looks like a range day, say?
Oh, it's definitely a range. I mean, if you go to my chart, I got the 5 minute and the hourly up. And, the hourly chart really puts this into perspective of just how tight this range is relative to the last 3 days. But this is everything right here, right now. It's in this orange box. And if you rewind a little bit, it's like, wow, we were at 800s. We were 1,000. Sorry, we had a 1,000-point move from 23,800 down to 22,800, and now we are right in the middle. Right in the middle.
Yes.
This is very rangy, and we're almost in the middle of the range
That's what I'm seeing
We're
here.
waiting.
Yeah, 63.62 last trade in the ES. See if they want to put a bottom in here right now. Bottom out at 63.57, so about 4 points to go till we test that low on the ES. Gold pulled back about $6 off the highs. Let's trade gold 34.28. Markets are moving. We got size in here. We got a number in a couple minutes. We got big board traders in the house. Ranking top 200 traders right now on the rankings. 151 and 178 in the house right now. Number in 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
15.
Palantir is having a nice morning.
You don't say.
Still have no idea what they do, but hey, good for them. Up 8.5% and trading a 174. And the one that really gets me, Dre, is Reddit is trading at over $200 a share. It's up 2.5% today.
Shout out to Reddit.
It's filled with
I did
bots.
not know Reddit had a
How?
stock.
How? It's half the site is bots. What are they selling?
I don't know. How are they monetizing that? Are they taking our data? Advertising, just like the rest of them?
100%.
Yeah.
100%
Advertising.
Yeah, advertising. With all advertising companies. Bring question for you. We got 90 seconds before the number. Why 10 micros in the NASDAQ as opposed to one mini NASDAQ? They're asking the chat.
Oh, yeah, just to have the flexibility, and it's not the case that it'll happen every time, but to have the flexibility and the peace of mind that that I can really be able to scale out of this trade and cut this thing up, as opposed to just being in and out one lot. And, I can't hold runners in that situation or anything like that. So, and it doesn't mean I won't just full out at 10 micros once this thing runs. It really, that depends. But to have the ability to do that if I need to or want to, is worth paying a little bit more in commissions. So I'm not that worried about that.
Man. Like you guys. This is a good little foursome we got going on here with whole five some. Yes, able to manage the trade, gives them more flexibility, gives them more outs. I can really get in and out of that. I do the same thing, says Connor. Sweet. All right, number 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Here we go. And after that, we've got a big announcement at the bottom of the hour. You guys are going to be happy with what you hear. 51.5 expected. Yeah, announcements, man. So many announcements here.
I'm back in.
So while you're at
63 3/4.
How many times?
I've got 2 on right now. I'll add up to 2 or 3 more.
Right along 2
as we go.
5 seconds. 5 seconds to the number here. Expected 51.5. 51.5. Oh, whoa. What was it?
Where'd you go?
Oh, shit.
50.1. 50.1. Slight miss.
Okay.
Oh, wow. NASDAQ ladder just absolutely vaporized. The NASDAQ ladder is very, very thin right now. Whoa.
I'm out. I got gapped over my limit cell, so I'll just manually cut it in the 30s.
Oh, interesting.
You got out at 30?
Yep. Somewhere in there, 30s, 40s.
Yeah. Okay. Huge gap down. The ladder just absolutely vanished. Bottomed out 63.51 in the ES. Bottomed out at 23,303. Man, there wasn't even that big of a miss. Gold popped on that. Where did the size go?
Yeah, that's interesting. So if people aren't familiar with PMI, so how it's calculated is that like 50 is the base. So anything over 50 is considered to be. Sorry, what?
No. I'm what happened with the market right there. Sorry, go ahead, Dolby. That was just absolutely vaporized.
That was crazy. Still in the range though, so like actually nothing's happened, and we're trading right in the middle of this 4-hour range. So for PMI, like anything over 50 is considered like expansion. Anything under 50 is considered contraction. So, but it's all
Correct.
based on the number of like 50. Anything over 50, bullish. Anything under, bearish. So we got pretty close to not quite being 50.1. That is, we're getting there. We are getting there.
Wow, it was very thin markets. I saw gold pop. We saw Dow sell off. We saw all right, more selling coming in here in the ES. ES sellers coming back in here. The markets are very thin. Be careful here. Slippery is going to be a real thing in the NASDAQ, folks. It's real thin. ES ladder got very thin as well. But there is not much on the ladders right now, so be very careful when
So
entering
if I can
exiting. Go ahead,
back
come
into
on
these
in.
ISM numbers a little bit. They weren't necessarily bad, the numbers themselves. However, non-manufacturing employment dropped from 47.2 to 46.4. There is a lot of focus on unemployment right now in investing, trading, and at the Fed. That's a little bit of a scary number.
We one more time, Hogue, on that employment number.
Say it again.
So the non-manufacturing employment, ISM non-manufacturing employment for July dropped from 47.2 to 46.4. A lot of the focus is on unemployment right now. The Fed is focused on it. Investors are focused on it. Traders are focused on it. That I think was probably one of the more jarring numbers that just came out with these ISM numbers. I don't think that the global services, the S&P numbers were bad. The ISM was a little bit of a miss, but still showing some expansion. And one of the other scary ones is the ISM non-manufacturing prices was expected to come out at 66.5, a drop from 67.5. It came out at 69.9. So an inflationary and bad employment.
Thank you, Hogue. Taking a look under the hood, giving us the breakdown on top. Where else are you going to get that? Great stuff. Almost 5,000 people watching all across the globe. Click subscribe. We just crossed 175,000 subscribers. Click the thumbs up. Click the bell while we're at it. We got 174 and 1. It was 178 and 151 on the big board. Braden and Ross in here trading. Braden, you got stopped out. You went to market manually on that. Obviously not an ideal fill. I guess that's kind of the gift and the curse of trading at such a volatile and thin market like the NASDAQ. You know what you're signing up for, right? When you're getting into these positions, you're getting into
yeah,
the number.
Definitely.
Yes.
For sure. And you never know when you're going to have liquidity issues when you see a quick move like that. And so sometimes it's just better to, that moves over the stop like that. You just want to get out and reset. It's not like I can't get long again.
Right.
Yes.
Hogue, with those,
go ahead.
Hogue, with those numbers, like they didn't come out great. Are we not in a bad news is good news situation? Are those bad numbers going to help the Fed justify lowering interest rates or no?
I think it's probably going to come into their purview as to what they're going to do. But I mean, we've got a long time to wait before the next FOMC meeting. There will be more important numbers between now and then, but it will be part of their decision making process. I mean, we've got a whole nother cycle of economic releases due out before the next meeting. So it's just an inclination of what might be happening.
Got it.
Amanda, I'm not seeing the final yet on my screen here for the S&Ps. I'll let you know.
I think I got it, Hogue. Final? Yeah,
the final open interest. For some reason, it's not.
Open interest. No, did not catch it. All right, tapping on the lows here in the ES 63.50. Now 49's print. I'll keep an eye. Maybe Dow leading the way to the downside because S&Ps are following Braden. The NASDAQ not quite there. What do you think if we get to 300? We're trading 320 right now.
Yeah, we'll see. There's obviously sellers have stepped in there off of that number. And so we'll see as this comes down.
an excellent musical musician, sang like a very nice guy, right? And he just lost his job after 10 years in the company. And I felt really bad for this gentleman. And he was venting about how upset he was. About not only was he fired, but that he had had no previous warning or notice of any kind, which is very unfair and very stressful. Well, since then, I've watched 3 or 4 more videos from this gentleman, and I'm noticing a pattern. And I'm noticing that he's complaining about many, many things in his life. And I notice what's missing. And what's missing is, despite all these things, unfortunately going wrong in his life, he's not mentioning anything at all about any plans to make his life better. Now, trying to keep this really honest, I have never complained. I think that goes back to my childhood where I had very rough time. And since I've never had anyone to help me, I always had the sense that if I ever felt sorry for myself, complaining, it would be weak energy and it would just make things worse. And I was afraid to complain because, first of all, my parents would laugh at me, and my friends wouldn't believe me. So I always was very brave, honest. And I continued to be that way throughout my adult life. And still, today, I'm that way. Yes, I have had many events happen in my life. You've read my book, it's validated. People are already aware of that. I've read myself to sleep. Failed relationships. Had broken hearts over men. Had moved on, found other women, and it's just a list of things. But my overall personality is to recover and to move on and to find a way to persevere. And I always have. Now, I realize everyone's different, but I've noticed a lot of these people in videos, they might be doing it for sympathy, for views. And there are certainly viewers who fall for it because I can read the comments. But over time, these people will wear it out. And over time, it will become evident that they are just complaining about everything. And it reminded me of my brother. And this is a sad story, but I'd like to share it because it's an example of how people purposely make themselves a victim. And they create a lot of their own problems that they even consciously attempt to avoid. Now, my brother had also a very difficult time growing up with her family, and we were not particularly close. But looking back, I can understand why. That's because we were all survivors. Being dominated by a very manipulative mother, and speaking our true feelings for ourselves, especially at private level. So we just being in survival mode, we just didn't look to ourselves. So I think that has led to why I never confided with my brother, and he never confided with me, because we were so confused we couldn't make sense of it ourselves.
Consejos para nuevos traders. Puedes empezar con tan solo $10. Elige una plataforma como IQ Option. Utiliza indicadores de trading para predecir las operaciones más rentables. Además tiene soporte 24/7 y retiradas instantáneas. Descarga la app IQ Option ahora.
How much is our craft beer equipment? We are a professional factory that specializes in the manufacturing of craft beer equipment, which we have sold to over 120 countries and regions around the world. All of our equipment is made with food-grade Pro 4 stainless steel and utilizes an intelligent operating system to guarantee excellence. We can produce all kinds of beer, such as ale, lager, stout, IPA, and can bring a higher quality and a better experience to your customers. If you're interested, click on the link below to get the latest quotation.
Now, I lost touch with him for many years. And when I was 45 years old, I met him again. And the circumstances were that my father had passed away. And I had met my brother at the lawyer's office, where we discovered that my father had disinherited both of us and left close to $1 million to a stranger. And that was my dad. That was his last insult that he could possibly do. And my other older brother had already passed on. So that was that. It was over. But I noticed my brother looked absolutely horrendous. Disheveled, dirty clothes. very battered, old, dented, beat up Ford, towing another dented, beat up Ford truck all the way to New Hampshire to where I said, you can park in my driveway and leave him there. It's always warm. Because he was looking a little sheltered he was. Well, my first reaction was to offer him a place to stay. Because I wanted to do everything I could to help him, even though we didn't spell my names. I knew what he would do. And I knew I was a stronger person, even back then when I was a kid. I had my own home, I had my own income, and I was gonna help him. But I couldn't say anything yet because I wanted to understand more about his situation. So after I made him a nice meal, he took a shower, sat out and back down. And this is the first thing I noticed. My brother had landscaper timing.